Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power BI channel. Here we are covering DAX functions in this series. In the previous tutorials guys, we have studied some parent and child DAX functions. And now in today's class guys, we will also learn about some new category of DAX functions, which are relationship functions. So let's start the class guys. And here are the topics which we are going to cover in today's class. So let's start with this related DAX function. So let's go to reference page to understand the definition first. It returns a related value from another table. And here we have just only one parameter guys, which is column. And now let's go to Power BI desktop and understand this concept with practical. So this is our sales table guys. And now let's check another table. So here we have a product table. And here we can see we have a sales ID column, products, product category and units. And let's suppose I want to see this product category column here in sales table. So guys, if we are in Power Query Editor window, we can simply use merge query and fetch that column from here. But here we are in Power BI desktop. So how we can achieve that? So we have various ways guys to achieve this requirement. We can use lookup value function or we can also use related function. So now I will go here in new column and now I will apply related DAX function. So let's suppose my column name is subcategory because I want to see subcategory of product. And now I will write my DAX function. So firstly I will write related, and under related guys we have just only one parameter which is column name. So I want product category from product table. So simply I will enter category which is from product table and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys our new column has added with subcategories. So in this way guys you can use this related function to fetch the data from different table. And now let's see one more requirement with the help of this related DAX function. So let's go to product table again, and this time my requirement is I want to multiply this unit into this sales column. So guys we can also achieve that same calculation with the help of this related DAX function. We can add new column with the help of related. So let's apply this DAX function guys. So firstly I will take this new column from here and now let me rename this as total. So firstly I will simply write this column name guys, which name is sales, which is from sales table. And now I will put multiply sign and use my DAX formula which is related. So as we know guys that unit column was in product table. That's why I have used related function. If we have a same column in the sales table guys, so we don't need to require any additional formula. We can simply multiply that column name. So I will write here units, which is in product table, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys our new column has added with multiple of units. And now let's cross check. So for the S01 guys, the sales amount is 400. And now let's check the units of S01. So here we can see guys the unit of S01 is 2. So this 400 is multiplied by 2, it's equal to 800. And now let's cross check another record. And if you see here S07, so the unit is 5. And now let's cross check S07 sales. So for the S07 sales guys, the total sales is 11700. So this sales multiplied by 5 is equal to 58500. So let's check with calculator. This 11700 multiplied by 5. So answer is 58,500, which is correct. So in this way guys we can use this related DAX function. I hope guys now you are clear with this related DAX function. And now let's move towards the next topic of our today's class. So the next DAX function is related table. And now let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. It evaluates a table expression in a context modified by the given filters. And here we have just only one parameter, which is table name. And this is a table manipulation function guys. so it is fetching only different table in Power BI desktop. So let's go to Power BI desktop and understand with this practical. And we have various ways guys to use this related table DAX function. With the help of iterator functions guys, we can use this in measure. So firstly understand with table manipulation. So let's go here in modeling tab and click on new table. And let me rename this as related table of product because I want to fetch product table. So simply I will enter related table function here, and here is only one parameter which is table. So I want to fetch product table, so I will enter product and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our new table has come out, which name is related table product, and here you can see all the records of product table. So this is the one approach guys to use this related table DAX function. And now let's check another requirement of related table. And let's suppose guys, this time my requirement is I want to see the total sales of this sales ID persons. And as we know, the total sales column here in fact table, which is sales table, and here we can see foreign keys of sales ID column. And under product table guys, we have just primary key. So I have already explained this concept of primary key and foreign key in Power BI full course tutorial. You guys can watch it from there if you are not clear with this primary key and foreign key. So guys, I want to see the total sales here in product column. So what I need to do, I simply go here in new calculated column, and I want to fetch out the total sales column here in product table. So let me rename this as total sales. And now I will use this related table function with iterator functions. So firstly I will use sumX function here. So under sumX guys, I will use related table, and our table name is sales table, which is fact table, and close the bracket, comma, and now I will write my expression. That means which column I want to fetch out. So I want to fetch out sales column, which is from sales table, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our new column has added with total sales. So in this way you can fetch out the column from different table with the help of related table DAX function. And now let's understand the basic difference of related and related table. So let's go to the sales table to understand the difference. So here we can see guys, this sales ID column is a foreign key for this sales fact table, and we have used related function here to fetch out the column from dimension table, which is product table. So guys, whenever we are fetching the data from foreign to primary key, that means this is a foreign key guys, and product table is a primary key, which is many to one. We will use related function over there. And whenever we use one to many relationship, so here you can see guys, this sales ID is a primary key and this sales ID is a foreign key in sales fact table. Then we will use related table DAX function. So I hope guys, now you are clear with this DAX function of related and related table. Easy to learn guys, many to one related and one to many related table. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is Crossfilter. So to understand this DAX function guys, let's go to the reference page first to understand the definition. It specifies the cross-filtering direction to be used in a calculation for a relationship that exists between two columns. And here we can see guys, we have three parameters: column 1, column 2 and direction. This cross-filter direction guys, I have already covered in my Power BI full course tutorials. If you guys have not watched this video yet, so I would request please go and watch that video before understand this concept. Because if you are not aware about the basic concept, you will not able to understand this cross-filter direction DAX function. So guys, let's go back to the previous PBX file. And if you guys have remember, we have studied this cross-filter direction. And here you can see I have taken one sales ID column from sales table and the second column quantity, which is from the product 2 table. And if you guys see here in modeling tab, so here we can see guys, we have an indirect relationship between product and sales table. That means this product table and this sales table has no direct relationship. So what we have done guys, we have just simply go here and do right click and go to properties and change the direction from single to both. And once we have done that, so you guys can see our values as correct. So guys, in Power BI, we have a separate DAX function of cross filtration. Without changing the direction guys, we can use this cross filtration DAX function and change our values. So firstly, I will go here in modeling tab and change the direction from both to single and click OK. So here we can see guys, our values are again incorrect. And if I go here, you can see we have just only single direction. And now let's apply this cross filter DAX function. So firstly I will go here in practical page and now let's apply this DAX function. So let's go here in new measure and let me rename this formula as cross filter. And now I will write my DAX function with calculate. So firstly I will enter calculate. Under calculate guys, I want to see sum of quantity which is from product to table. So I will simply enter quantity column which is from product to table and close the bracket, comma, and the next parameter is filter. So under filter guys, I will use my DAX function which is cross filter. So under this parameter guys, we need to select the same column name which is from the country table and sales table. So if you guys see here in modeling tab, so here you can see guys, this country and state table filter this sales table, and this country and state table is also filter product to table. So we have to select this common column which is from country table and sales table. So I will select here sales ID which is from country table, comma, and the next parameter is right column name. That means the sales ID column we have taken from this sales table. So I will take again sales ID column, but this time I will take from sales table, comma, and the last parameter is cross filter type. So I want both. Other cross filter types you guys can explore yourself, and close the bracket and hit enter. So let's go to practical page and here we can see guys, our new measure has added. And now let me drag and drop it here. So here we can see guys, our result is correct. We can see the right quantity with the help of this cross filter DAX function. So here you can see guys the DAX function. Firstly I have taken sum of quantity, then I have used cross filter, and under left column guys I have selected the same column name which is from country table, and the secondly guys I have selected this sales ID column which is from the sales table. And with the help of this country column guys, we can filter sales table as well as product table. And if I go here and change the direction from here guys, so you guys can see the values are same. So let me convert into both and go here. So here we can see guys, our answer is correct. So I hope guys now you are clear with this cross filter DAX function. I know guys this is not much easy to understand, but I would request please make more practice of this DAX function to understand the concept clearly. And now let's move towards the last DAX function of our today's class, which is user relationship. So let's go to the reference page and understand the definition first. It specifies the relationship to be used in a specific calculation as the one that exists between column name 1 and column name 2. And here guys we have just only two parameters, column 1 and column 2. And this function is useful guys to make the inactive relationship active. So this class guys I have already covered in Power BI full course tutorial. You guys can watch my playlist and you guys can understand active or inactive relationship there. So let's go to Power BI desktop and let's see the data set first. So here in sales table guys, we can see we have two dates column, order date and ship date. And now let's go to practical page. So firstly guys, I will create one separate calendar table with the help of calendar auto DAX function. So I will go here in modeling tab and click on new table. And let me rename this table name as calendar. And now I will use calendar auto DAX function and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our new table has added. We have a separate dates guys, which start from 1/1/2022 and end with 31/12/2022. And now I will create one relationship with this calendar and order date. So simply I will go here on date column and drag and drop into the order date. So here we can see guys, we have an active relationship between date and order date. And now let's go to the practical page, and here I will take this table visual, and under table visual guys, I will take calendar which is from calendar auto table. So I am taking this calendar date. Let me remove this, and now I will take total sales which is from sales table. So here we can see guys, our answer is right. Let me increase the size of the values first. And now I will take one slicer from here. And under slicer guys, I will again take calendar date which is from calendar auto table. So guys, here we can see, here are the dates and here are the sales. And this is the order date guys. And we guys can see here, we have an active relationship between date and order date. And if I filter out this thing, let's suppose 1st of January. So here we can see guys, we have a 3 records of 1st of January. And it is clearly filtering the total sales. If I go here in data view, and let me filter on 1st of Jan. So for the 1st of Jan guys, we have 3 records. You guys can see here 9,000, 4,000 and 400, which is absolutely right. And let's suppose guys, my requirement is I want to see the total sales with ship date. So let's go to the data view, and let me clear out the filter first. And the ship date is, let's suppose 7th of January. So I will go here and click on 7th of January. So here we can see guys, no data is displaying under this visual because we have a direct relationship between order date and date. We have already seen it here. So it will not filter with ship date. And now I will create one inactive relationship between ship date. So what I need to do, I simply need to select this date column and drag and drop it here in ship date. And here we can see guys, one dotted line. This represents inactive relationship. So the order date has active relationship with the date column, and this ship date is an inactive relationship with this date column. But our issue is still not resolved. You guys can see here, it is still displaying blank value. So guys, in Power BI Desktop, we have a separate DAX function to create inactive relationship to active, which name is user relationship. And now let's create user relationship DAX function. So firstly I will go here on new measure, and let me rename this as user relationship. And firstly I will use calculate DAX function. Under calculate guys, I will take sum of total sales because I want to see the total sales with ship date, and close the bracket, comma, and now I will use my DAX function which name is user relationship. So under column 1 guys, we need to enter that column name which we want to make the relationship active. So I want to make the relationship with this ship date. So I will enter ship date column here, comma, and the next parameter is column name 2. So here I will take calendar date which is from calendar auto table, and close the bracket and hit enter. So guys, here we can see our new measure has added. So what we need to do, I have to remove this sales column from here, and now let me drag and drop this measure here. So here we can see guys, now this measure is working with ship date. So let's go to the sales table and see the sales of 7th of Jan. So here we can see guys, the sales of 7th of Jan is 400. And now let's check another record. So the sales of 12th January is 4000 by ship date. So let's go here in measure guys and check 12th of January. So yes guys, our measure is perfectly fine. So with the help of user relationship function guys, we can make the inactive relationship active. So I hope guys now you are cleared with all the DAX functions of today's class. So do more practice and explore more yourself. And stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And if anyone wants to learn free Power BI from scratch, so here we have free YouTube channel guys, which name is Power BI Full Course by Shubham. And under this 50 tutorials guys, I have explained each and every concept in detail. And those who are visit first time on this channel, please kindly hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And for the job seekers guys, we have this Telegram group where I am keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening. You guys can see here. And you guys can also find some latest interview scenario based questions. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone for jobs and training support. But if you still think you require paid training sessions guys, so I am also providing one-on-one paid training sessions. And from day 1 class guys, I prepare for you interview rounds. So you guys can connect me on LinkedIn or Telegram channel. Both the links are given under the description box. You guys can follow me there. And for the free learners guys, we have this free YouTube channel. So keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Thank you so much.